The Golden Brain Method. Unlocking this hidden realm of the subconscious mind is not a dream. It's a chance to change what your brain tells itself, which changes what it tells you. This isn't a theory or speculation. It's the Golden Brain Method. It's reasonable to say that everything you hold dear, every triumph you've achieved, every failure that haunts like a shadow, every ambition you've realized, rests on a singular force: what you tell yourself. Your victories, your hesitations, the risks you've braved, the opportunities you've grasped, or let slip through your fingers, shaped by what you tell yourself in the silent chambers of your mind. This inner voice is the architect of your life, weaving a thread through most every decision and reaction. That voice, relentless and unyielding, whispers you can or growls you can't. It crowns you worthy or casts you as unworthy. It declares what's possible or bars the door to possibilities. This internal narrative doesn't just influence your life, it constructs it, brick by deliberate brick, choice by fleeting choice, moment by moment. But where do these words, these silent scripts, originate? Your thoughts and emotions surge forth, unbidden, as automatic as a heartbeat. When anxiety clamps your chest like a vice, when shame burns through your veins, did you choose those feelings? Did you flick a switch to summon them? No, something deeper, swifter triggers them, too fast for your conscious mind to catch, yet powerful enough to steer your entire being. These unseen forces, born in the hidden machinery of your mind, hold the key to your reactions. To distill the intricate, complex dance of the brain, many emotions spark from where the two hemispheres converge, flashing vivid images across your mind's eye for a mere fraction of a second. Too fleeting to grasp consciously, these images lodge in your subconscious, silently shaping your confidence, choices, expectations, and the limits you impose on yourself. Your subconscious believes everything it sees as absolute reality, making these images as tangible as a rock to your nervous system. What if you could seize these invisible snapshots and rewrite their influence? Sudden and elusive, these subconscious images, metaphorical pictures, dictate your fears, doubts, and triumphs, operating beyond your awareness. They are the unseen puppeteers of your emotions. But imagine catching these flashes in the act, intercepting the raw, unfiltered images before they harden into fear, doubt, or shame. What if you could step into the theater of your mind and witness the imagery driving your life? A storm cloud swelling in your chest, an empty cave yawning in your gut, razor wire coiling tight across your ribs. These aren't mere metaphors, they're living, tangible structures your nervous system obeys as if they were real. Nightmares jolt your heart, memories wound your body, because your subconscious accepts every vision as truth. These metaphorical pictures, alive in your psyche, shape your reality. Treating figures of speech as tangible, material objects opens the subconscious to direct inspection, because we're now speaking the picture language of the subconscious mind. Can you imagine the difference it could make in your life if you could sit behind the desk of a control panel where many of your thoughts, feelings, and reactions are generated? The Golden Brain Method is your master key, dismantling the walls of your inner architecture to trigger a seismic shift from autopilot fear to deliberate choice. It's an emergency brake for the runaway train of anxiety and panic. By amplifying cross-brain communication through specific bilateral questions designed to engage both your logical left brain and vivid right brain, the very perception of time seems to slow down, creating a sacred pause between stimulus and response. To examine what the brain is telling itself. In that pause lies the seed of our freedom. This is the space where liberation breathes. No longer a passive bystander to your own emotional storms, you become the one holding the reins. This transformative access illuminates the invisible processes driving your inner world, giving you control ordinarily out of reach. Control replaces chaos and clarity emerges from the fog. This newfound command slows the flood of panic coursing through your nervous system, carving out just enough mental space to breathe, reassess, and choose anew. This isn't magic, it's neuroplasticity at work, rewiring the pathways that once held you captive. What was a blur of automatic fear becomes clear. Deliberate frames you can pause, examine, and reshape. The invisible becomes visible, the automatic becomes choice. By utilizing questions that foster equal engagement between both hemispheres, we boost hemispheric integration, utilizing more of the 100 to 200 trillion synaptic connections your brain contains. But the brain also has potential connections far beyond that, because synapses are dynamic. They can strengthen, weaken, appear, or disappear based on learning, trauma, or experience. Neuroplasticity means new connections are always possible, and old ones can be pruned away. Consider the young tennis player, paralyzed on the court, each step shadowed by hesitation. Every serve faltered, every match stalled by an unseen weight. When asked to name his anxiety, he saw it instantly, a rope cinched tight around his throat, strangling his every move. We traced that rope back through time to a childhood ruled by an abusive father, where a single misstep could unleash violence. To his nervous system, the rope wasn't a symbol, it was survival, keeping him silent, cautious, forever watching his step. By naming the rope, we began to unravel its hold. Treating the rope as a real, tangible structure the way his subconscious saw it, we explored what it needed to loosen. Freedom emerged as the rope dissolved. He became a witness to his own liberation, watching the rope that had choked him for years begin to fray. Slowly, then swiftly, its fibers unraveled, the pressure eased, until it fell away entirely. Take the man haunted by an alcoholic, schizophrenic father, whose inappropriate actions at his son's tender age of 10 left wounds that festered into relentless anger. Forgiveness seemed impossible while that rage burned, a fire he couldn't extinguish. In his subconscious, we found it, a searing, molten rock lodged in his forehead, radiating fury. By tracing the rock back to its origin, we unlocked its story. We invited that burning rock back to the memory of his father's transgression. As it traveled through time, it cooled, transforming into a mirror. When the mirror reached his father's face, it reflected his shame, halting his actions. In that moment, the father paused, looked at his son, and said, "I'm so sorry, I didn't realize what I was doing." He walked away, and the memory, once jagged and unfinished, found closure. The anger, once embedded in the son's physiology, now lived outside him, released. Metaphors become healing agents, finishing what was left unresolved. These metaphorical pictures, anger as a rock, shame as a mirror, act as emotional antibodies, rescuing the wounded child trapped in time and completing the unfinished business that held them captive. When you peer inside, what might you find? Often, the genesis of your deepest anxieties and most pervasive depressions trace back to moments of primal wounding trauma, abuse, or profound loss. When such pain strikes, your mind deploys its most sophisticated defense. It shuts down, freezes time, and dissociates to avoid unbearable emotional pain. The inner child subtly pulling at heart and mind, manifesting as confusing, self-sabotaging reactions, demanding attention and healing. Not just a memory, this child is a part of you, subtly pulling at your heart and mind, demanding to be heard. Its unmet needs manifest as confusing, self-sabotaging reactions that leave you wondering, why did I just do that? Harsh, relentless inner critic as a shadowy figure whispering you're not good enough, driving perfectionism and fear of failure. As you explore this inner landscape, you'll meet another powerful resident, the inner critic. This harsh, relentless voice dictates choices, fuels self-doubt, and keeps you small, whispering you're not good enough. Revelation that the inner critic is actually trying to protect the wounded inner child, pursuing flawlessness to ensure worthiness and safety. Yet here's the astonishing irony. This critic is not a malevolent force. Its core purpose is to protect your wounded inner child, shielding you from further harm by pursuing flawlessness to make you worthy of love and safe from pain. Fighting the critic fails because it believes it's saving your life. Beautiful transformation as the harsh critic softens into a trusted advisor, once the inner child feels safe and comforted. The Golden Brain Method reframes this critic as a misguided ally, ready for new instructions. Once your wounded inner child feels comforted and safe, the critic's relentless grip loosens. Its sharpness softens, its voice shifts from punisher to trusted advisor. Trauma doesn't just steal safety, it fragments identity. Parts of you are exiled, locked behind masks worn to survive. The Golden Brain Method seeks to gather these lost pieces, closing the gaping holes left by dissociation. This homecoming restores coherence, sharpens focus, and builds confidence as your nervous system shifts from hyper-alert to a more relaxed calm. Strong, clear boundaries forming around a centered, authentic self, no longer bending to others' expectations for acceptance. When your inner child feels safe, solid, and secure, the chronic tension that once seemed inescapable releases its grip. You no longer bend to others' expectations for acceptance. Boundaries solidify, reflecting a stronger, more authentic self. If you never learned to comfort yourself as a child, the Golden Brain Method teaches you how, filling the gaps left by neglect or pain. This is you coming home to you. The method is a doorway to mastery over your inner world. As your peace of mind, your emotional freedom, and so much of the quality of your life rests on what you tell yourself, would you like to have more say over what that's going to be? If so, contact Dr. Siegel's office today for more information.